Hey friends, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrance. And today I'm going to be giving you my first impression of the newest fragrance from the house of Versace, and that is Eros Energy. If you would, go ahead and make sure you like the video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this fragrance. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. All right, so we'll do a full review later. Today I am just going to be giving you my thoughts and first impressions. So here we go. Now this is an eau de parfum concentration, and okay, I like the color of the bottle because it matches the scent profile. So you know me, I like when the marketing and everything fits. I like the name, Energy. When you smell this, it's bright, it's yellow, it's energy. Why? Because the color of the sun, the color of lemons and citrus fruit, and that's what you get. Energy, we get a lot of energy from the sun. And this is a big, bright blast of citrus. So I'm going to say that this is probably Versace's answer to Aventus. It doesn't smell like it's trying to be an Aventus clone, okay? Like Mont Blanc Explorer is an obvious Aventus clone. But this is trying to do what Aventus does, and you're getting this big blast of fruit and citrus. I don't have the notes in front of me. Again, we're doing first impression here, but I would say alongside whatever citrus they're using, which there's definitely lemon and probably bergamot, probably a lot of different citrus notes if I was guessing here. Maybe some mandarin orange, grapefruit. I mean, it smells like a big, huge blast of citrus. Juicy, bright, somewhat natural, somewhat synthetic as well, because it smells, not only does it smell like you cut, into a fresh lemon. I don't smell any lime. But also it's got that kind of lemon candy smell there with it as well. But there's definitely some other fruit. I don't know if it's pineapple or not, or blackcurrant like what you get with Aventus, but there's some other fruit going on here as well. And there's a little bit of a musky nature to it. It's not super powdery like the regular Eros. Eros is a powdery. To me, a lot of people describe Eros as this youthful, juvenile style fragrance. I think Eros has a lot of old school natures to it. It's a lavender bomb of a fragrance. It's got a lot of powder. Those are not things that you think of when you think of youthful fragrances. Now, it is a loud fragrance, and it is a sort of sweet fragrance. It's not sweet as, some of the Le Male flankers, Ultra Male or the Le Parfum or Parfum version. But I could see why it is popular as a youthful clubbing type scent or whatever, but I think Eros has a nice old school vibe to it. This don't have a lot of powder, at least it doesn't yet. But there is a kind of a waxy and musky vibe to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera, let it dry down for about an hour. I'm going to kind of see what it does at the 15-minute mark, 30-minute mark, and then let you know what it smells like after an hour of drying. And so then I'll come back and give you my final first thoughts on Versace Eros Energy.
2 hours later.
All right, I'm back. It's been actually almost 2 hours. And in the time, there's not a lot of transitioning. This is kind of a linear scent in the sense that it does slightly change, but what it's mainly changing is the top notes are fading off, and then the middle and the base notes are just coming out being more prominent. I did start to pick up a little bit of a peppery smell. I would say it does get more close to an Aventus dry down. There's a musky, woody, almost a fruity like blackcurrant and pepper, and it just smells more like Aventus, I guess, in the dry down to me than it did in the opening. Opening, definitely Aventus style, but more, again, it's more lemony citrus than it is pineapple citrus. It smells a lot kind of like Dior Homme cologne, or I tell you a fragrance it smells a lot like, I don't have it with me, but it's a Caron Le Matin, the white bottle, new Caron fragrance. And so it does have a little bit of that Dior Homme cologne, Jimmy Choo Man Ice, white, floral, musky, citrus, that kind of thing. I'd say it's probably closer to that than it is Aventus, but in the dry down, it does get a little bit of an Aventus-y kind of feel. But I'd say I would put it somewhere in between Aventus and Dior Homme cologne, kind of in that range. So warm weather, hot weather. It would probably, it's not going to be really a good cold weather fragrance, although I'm going to try to wear it a little bit in the cold weather and see what it does. It'll probably get swallowed up. But I would imagine in the high heat, this is really going to radiate and pump off your skin. Smell very clean, very fresh, very invigorating, cool, all of those things. So I think this is going to be a good spring, summer, early fall banger. What do you think overall about this fragrance? Is it too redundant? Is it not what you was looking for from Versace? They really don't have anything in that genre. They don't have, to my knowledge, a Dior Homme cologne type of fragrance. So, I think it's a good fit for them. And I think they positioned it well in between Aventus and Dior Homme cologne as kind of leaning both ways. Some people's going to maybe smell it more like Aventus. Some people's going to maybe smell a little more Dior Homme cologne in it. But mass appealing, great hot weather fragrance, seems like. Anyways, all right. Like, share, subscribe, do all those things. Till we see you down the road, I say God bless. Frag on, Frag fam.